Hi everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. I hope everyone had a great week. I have been back for about an hour and a half from Stitch North, and as I have in the past, wanted to just get this video done so I can put all my goodies away. And yeah, so I was tempted to jump on Canada Chats because I was just sitting at the kitchen table and the invite came through at 2 o'clock today, but I felt I needed to do this video, make a grocery list, and be responsible. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's start with non-Stitch North stuff first, which is not very much, and then I'll show you my Stitch North stitching, and then we'll do like goodies and haul and things like that. Okay, so first off, before I left, I received this fabric from the sewing shop, and it is called Chasing Waterfalls. And I don't know which way it goes, but it goes whatever way you need it to for whatever project you pick. But that is that one. And it was good to see Kaylee from the sewing shop. She had put on her Instagram, I think it was her Instagram, that anyone going to Stitch North that had just their DMC labels. She was collecting those because she has figured out a way to put them together to make bags. So that's kind of fun. So I had collected some of my DMC labels that I had bobbinated and gave her literally a bag of garbage, but she was happy with it. So yeah. Okay, another thing. So I haven't really talked about this because I wanted to make sure that actually came in the mail before I talked about it. I didn't even tell my husband about this because I didn't know if it would come in the mail and yeah, be any good. But there is a series of virtual challenges, and I've seen it online before, called the Conquer Virtual Challenges. Okay. And so you sign up and you log your kilometers through an app, and then they send you a medal after whenever your challenge is complete. So there was a Mother's Day challenge that I had seen. I think it ended up being like 56 kilometers is what the challenge was. So I signed up. The exact amount, I cannot recall. It is more than I would be willing to spend on a regular basis, especially for just like a virtual like race. But a lot of people do these for the medals, and it's a quality. I did get a medal, and it's quality. So that's good. Now, one thing I will say that it was delivered today, and I saw it being delivered on my camera, and literally the guy just chucked it at my door. But luckily everything was packaged fairly well. So this is the medal, and so I saw this online on like Facebook and whatnot when they were advertising it. And as you can likely see, it is like a cross stitch design on the front, right? So I'm like, that's kind of cute. Maybe I will sign up and do it because that's kind of cute. So I did, and I was working my way through the challenge. So just anytime I ran or walked, I just logged those kilometers, blah, blah, blah. And then partway through the challenge, people had posted that you can also cross stitch on it, on the back. And, oh, this is really stuck in here. They also sent you floss. So, this opens up. There's just a magnet. And this comes out. And then you cross stitch on it. So I didn't even know that it did that when I originally signed up. Yeah, a lot of people are very confused of what to do with that. So this came today. I finished the challenge a couple weeks ago. Right, and like this is like cross stitched, like designed, right? Like the metal ribbon, but yeah. So yeah, I didn't advertise this just because I didn't want to get people's hopes up, and then, because I'm assuming this is based in the States. I don't know where they're based. They actually might be Europe. And then like the metal never comes. So, but it's legitimate, and stay tuned for when I cross stitch on it. But yeah, if you want to check it out, they have a lot of different challenges. As I said, I don't think I'm going to make it a regular thing. It looks like it came from New Zealand. But yeah, so it's the conqueror.com if you're interested. Now that's going in the garbage. Not the metal, just the cardboard box. Yeah, so that is kind of my I shall show you Museum After Midnight, and I'll show you the Quick Quaker style before we start to talk about Stitch North. So I basically stitched on everything I brought except for Museum After Midnight. So that's okay. And I believe I've stitched a little bit more than last time you saw this. And Lola Crow has announced that the first releases are gonna be at the bottom, so I need to work my way down to the bottom. So that is what that's looking like. And I changed my needle minder to be the Land Before Time, and it says Squad Goals, I believe. Yep, with a tree star. So that is what mine is looking like so far. When I did get to Brampton on Thursday, I did walk over to Michael's to get a couple DMCs because I was missing 2 that I needed for the outline, of course. And honestly, it was easier for me to walk over there when I got to Brampton than it was for me to drive to one in London here. So Quick Quaker style, it's supposed to be done now because April is done. Mine is not. That's mine. Funny story with this, they did a picture of everyone that was working on the Quick Quaker style or had it with them, finished, whatever, at Stitch North. Now, weekend 1, I think, had a lot more Quick Quaker people in the picture. But then Laura from Laura's Craft Room, and so she sat at our table. It was great to meet her, and yeah, she has been welcomed into our little group. And yes, so she and I had our Quick Quakers with us. She's finished hers. We were supposed to meet, I believe, at 9:05 p.m. to get our photo taken. We were 1 minute late and missed the photo op, but Hannah took our picture and then photoshopped us into the photo. I don't know if it's been posted yet, but we were photoshopped into the group photo because we were tardy. So Yeah, so I think that is all I have for non-Stitch North related content. So let's do a recap of Stitch North, and then we'll go through kind of the swag and things I was given, and then we can go into the haul. I think that makes sense. Or stitching. You can also look at my stitching. So Thursday I arrived at around 1 o'clock. I was able to get checked in then, and then I wandered over to Michael's and Walmart, and then wandered back. And then I went down to see who might be in the lobby, and took my quick quikers out with me at that point. Where my room was, it was more convenient for me to just go down like the stairs at the one end instead of the elevator. So I was on the 3rd floor, so I went down those stairs, and those stairs took me right to the ballroom. And then when we got out of the door was our friend Val sitting in some comfy chairs right there by the ballroom. So I joined her. And then eventually the rest of our group joined us, and then we helped with some packing of the swag bags Thursday night. So we did that, and then Deborah's husband, Cal, and I went to Boston Pizza for dinner. And then we came back and hung out in the lobby with Lori from My Crazy Life. Mainly, I did some knitting that night. And yeah, so that was Thursday night. Friday, we got up. They started lining up at 6 o'clock, I heard. I went across the road parking lot to Tim Hortons at 6:30, and they were already lining up. So then I went back up to my room, got my bag, and joined. So that was Friday morning. And then, yeah, we had a full day of stitching and shopping. We had subs for dinner, make your own subs. That worked well. Yep. And then Saturday, ballroom opened at 8. Yeah, another day of stitching and shopping. Our table won 3 door prizes in total. Yeah, Laura won some charts from 1894. I'm getting that year wrong. Schoolhouse Samplery. Jody won something from Creatively Crafty, I believe. And Melita won a project bag from Monkey and Mouse. So we ended up being a pretty lucky table for door prizes. Yeah, and then this morning we were there. Saturday night, I'll backtrack. We just ate dinner at the hotel bistro, which was fine. It's not a huge selection, but that's fine. The quality was fine, service was fine, so nothing to complain about there. And then Sunday, today, ballroom opened at 8, and then everything was done for noon. We all probably left around 11:30ish, I would say. And then I was home by like 1 o'clock. 1:08. Yeah, drive there and back was fine. No, nothing out of the ordinary. No problems. So yeah, so that was kind of a quick recap of everything. So let's look at my stitching, and then we'll look at all the other goodies in case people are not interested in the haul portion of the program. All right. there will be a little bit of haul because they kind of go hand in hand. And I also need to move some stuff around in bags. I had pre-ordered Saucy by the Artsy Housewife, and I got the floss pack as well. And I got the fabric that Carrie dyed for it, which is called Pie. Apparently I left that one on there. That was smart of me. The other fabric I had bought, I did not leave that on, and I'm already, oh, I know what it's called. Okay, we're good. I'll remember when I get there. And that was my start on Saucy. I may change his little tongue. It is, the conversion was to bubbly, which is very light pink, but I feel like it doesn't really show up. I guess it's looking a little bit better. Not really showing as pink, but perhaps it's showing better there. And perhaps it's showing better in this light than it was in the ballroom. But oh, and then I also got this needle minder. I think it was called Far Out Needle Minders. It's a goose with a knife. I feel that if a Canada Goose could have a knife, it would. So, yeah. So that was a new start, and also counted as Mania, as well as Springo. Oh, I haven't checked what the Springo calls it. Oh, and then also I got to meet Diana Bloom this weekend, so that was great. She is lovely. Not my story to tell, but I'm sure Laura from Laura's Craft Room and Sheldon from Sheldon Stitches will talk about how it took them to all the Winnipeggers to go to Ontario to meet up. So yeah, it was really nice to see them all meet each other. So but yeah, Diana was there, so we got to chatted with her on Thursday night, and then a little bit more through the weekend. Yeah, she's lovely. So Snowfall Chickadee was my second project I worked on Friday. And that's how that one's looking. Yeah, so I only had about 200 stitches the night before, so that's looking really good on that blue. Okay, yeah, we'll keep these out because this needs to find a new bag. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Flosstube friends. So I did work on it a little bit on Friday night. And this one is Kathy's. So Flosstube friends, in case you forgot. Oops. And so now we're working on this second lady right here. I believe Karen, the Stitching Owl, is already done it. So, like, done her lady on my piece. And I just started my lady on Kathy's piece. Yeah, I think I showed you this whole one last week. So I'm not going to unroll it because I have it rolled. But that is where I'm at with mine. So I did this border because I needed to count over. And the pink I'm using is Pink Peppermint. And it was in the holiday countdown box. So, This is like very soft fabric. I was going to say flimsy, but that didn't sound very complimentary. Yeah. And this is an 18 count fabric, I believe. I lost the bag. So that was what I stitched on Friday. And then so yesterday, Saturday, my new start. Oh, and this is a bag from Candace from I Can Sew Make That. I don't believe I have a bag in my possession that was made by her, so I got that bag. Put other goodies in here. Okay, show you those goodies in a little bit. What's this for? Oh, I have what? Okay, more goodies than I remember. Okay, we'll get to those. So this is the re-released chart by Jacob, Piece to My Friend. I'm not doing the alphabet. I'm just doing from this border down. And I'm doing it in Jungle Nights, which is this dark tealy green color. So what's funny is my friend Val had messaged me probably a month ago now and asked if I had seen the modern fabric for, I guess, last month or the month before. She said it was a green color. I'm like, oh, and I said to her, I'm not a big green fan, which, like, I don't like bright green or necessarily, I don't know. I feel that green is not like a favorite color of mine, but with that being said, like this tealy green, right? Is that more tealy green? I don't know. The green, oh, my chicken bag. Then I had another, the bag I was using for my laptop is like kind of dusty green. My capris I'm wearing right now are like a teal green. This is more of a blue. But yeah, I just looked at myself in the elevator and I was like, I said that I don't like green, which I guess green in its traditional sense, not really. But yet tealy greens I quite like. So, but I believe the fabric was more of a bright green. Okay, so that was a tangent, but I just thought of that. So I thought I should clarify my feelings on green. But this is Jungle Nights, and Val had used it, and I will get to that a little bit later too, in her, I don't know what the name of the chart is, but in a piece that she did for some words. So Val influenced me to get that color. I was going to do this in the Maritime Floss, but they didn't have any. I think they sold out quite early on Friday, the Maritime Floss. But so this is my start for Piece to My Friend. So that's not super exciting, but that was fairly easy to stitch. This is on platinum, 20 count platinum. And that needle minder was in my swag bag. I think everyone got a different one. This little frog that's in jail. Okay. And then I worked on Merry Berry Christmas by Diana Bloom. And I was able to show Diana because this is the one where I have started on a green fabric instead of a more, I don't know, brown neutral. I guess this is also, see, and then another green fabric. But it's not a traditional green. Okay. It's apparently I'm just a liar, but yeah. So that I added in this because I was telling her that I wanted to get started on that birdhouse because as much as I like the pattern, I'm not looking forward to all that weight. And she agreed. She agreed with that statement because I think she's now stitched it twice. And then last night, I pulled out Blueberry J, but Jet X Stitch. Oh, I just threw this in here. I didn't even put it in his bag. So with being away and stuff, I owe this 500 stitches for the Blue Jays, and I got about 225 or so in last night. So, and then we'll see what I need to add to that. But that's how this is looking. This needle minder, nice Blue Jay. I got that from Far Out Needle Minders as well. And this is where I worked this purple. So that's looking pretty good. Again, another piece of green tealy fabric. Hey. This morning, so today I only worked on one piece because there wasn't a lot of time. I started, and this is for But Go, in the Oak Leaves by Diana Bloom. And this is on Glacier. Yes. I feel fairly confident about that. And ignore the floss fibers where I had a frog, but that's going to be covered up anyway. So that's my start. Fold this up. And it's just the start of his tail. So that is this one. So yeah, side 3, new starts. So that is my stitching. Look at that, we're at half an hour. There was a lot of talk about length of videos at our table. And a lot of people mentioned that they like my shorter videos, which is very sweet. Yeah, but this one's going to be a longer one. Okay. Swag bag and other goodies. So swag bag this year was this tote. I'm just trying to make sense of all this for everyone. Okay, take this out. And wait. Oh yeah, Saturday we had our smalls exchange. Wait until you see my small that I received. It's pretty good. That is from Freebie Table. Okay. And one more thing, just to keep things on track and organized. Because that's what this video is an organized video. Okay, so swag bag, and we'll just go with what's in it. Did I put? I hope I did. There's one thing I want to show you, but I don't know if I put it back in. Oh, I did. Okay, let's start with this. So this is from Pastime Pieces. It is a pen that you can take apart and put your orts in. So that is what my orts look like for Stitch North 2026. So that was fun. Yeah, Pastime Pieces. Put that in our bag. This is from Evercoat. Oh, and I think there was another floss too. And I believe this was meant to go in the bag as well. It just... Okay. Because the one just showed up on my table. So, these, like at my spot. So, whatever. I have these two. Yeah. Which it just says Spring 2026 swag for these two colors. And, yeah, so nice. And pastel. You okay, Arlo? Careful. There we go. Apparently he's having some difficulty eating his food. He's fine. But yeah, we got this floss. And this needle minder. That's not too glary. Very pretty. We better just put these back in the bag. Keep that together. We got this pattern from Needlework Adventures. And it can go on a mint tin. We got a pattern from Tiny Modernist. This was brought to us this morning. Didn't quite make it into the swag bag. I don't think they had them on time until, I don't think they had them until this morning. Also, I don't know if Cheryl was originally supposed to vend at the second weekend, but she was there and it was great. And yeah, so those were brought around to our table this morning. So I got a little fox biscornu. That is just a plastic bag. Mary from Canadian Stitchery has these buttons, and I think I will make mine into a needle minder. I did that with my last button from her. This pattern from Blueberry Ridge. I think last weekend it was Pansy Patch that provided a pattern, so that's nice. And this is from Anne's Craft. This is from Larney's Blarney. Like a floss keep. There is a pattern on this from Creatively Crafting. Yeah, Creatively Crafting. This is a coupon code for Sheba Designs. So if you wanted to order something online, and a little like zipper pull. Tummy is rumbly. This is from, you can still make that. It's like a key tag and then some finishing fabric. This is a little bag from the sewing shop. She made bags for everyone, little notion pouches. A corner gauge from Monkey and Mouse. That is just cardboard. I think that was from my needle minder. Far Out Handmade is what. Far Out Handmade, some stickers. I didn't open these. Now I'm curious. So this is where I bought those needle minders from. Oh, look at, there's one that says Stitch North. A needle and a bobbin. Excellent. Can go in the garbage. That can go in the garbage. Band-Aids from Camus Treasures. That was smart. We could have used those because Lori from My Crazy Life poked herself on Thursday night in the lobby. And then from Quilting by Designs and Buggy D Creations, Debbie, she gave us a ruler and a pen. I feel like pens were the theme. And then Black Bean is what this color is called. So it's like a purpley browny black from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. Okay, let's put all this back in here. Shall we? Okay. So that is that. That bag was just from my smalls, but I wanted to keep it because it was a good bag. Okay, so some goodies that I was given. This is from Val from Set at Our Table. She also gave us this kind of a pill jar that you can put your broken needles in, and then you just tape it up and you can throw it out. So that is handy. In here is also a magnet to find your needles, and we dropped a lot of needles this weekend. So got that from Val, and then also Val, because she is a lovely human being. My light decided that it wasn't really going to be very helpful as a light anymore, and it kept kind of, we put new batteries in it before I left, and it was just like, it's just not light, but it didn't seem to be keeping things very, like, it wasn't keeping its brightness. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know, like, it still works, but it's just not very bright. It would get dim quickly. Okay, so I think it's losing its life. And so she had an extra one of these book lights that she just got off of Amazon. Glow Crescent. But it's super light, and she had an extra one, and so she gave it to me, which was very sweet of her. And that's it. That's how bright it goes. Oh, it also has different, like, I don't know what you would use that color for, but that's a different, like a warmer, I guess. I don't know, cooler. Yeah, I don't know. Is this just regular? Yeah, it's just regular. Okay, before I mess it up, but it's very light. I would say I have needle minders heavier than it, and for me to stitch at hand with it, I was just able to roll up my fabric however I would have squeezed it in my hand anyway, pop that on there, and then I just held that while I stitched. So that worked out well. So thank you again, Val. Maybe I should keep this box so I can keep it safe in there. That's a good idea. Okay, and then other goodies. We'll start with this. Jody at our table gave us this to use as a dough bowl, this carrot tray. And then also there was some Werther's in it. Some hand cream that she made. I don't have the hand cream with me up here. As well as some gloves as well. So if you wanted to put some on your hands at night and you could wear the gloves. Yeah, so that was her a table gift to us. So thank you, Jody, for that. This was from Laura, Laura's craft room. Once she got settled, because she came in later on Friday, like later in the morning, and was waiting for her room and stuff. But once she got settled, she brought in her goodies, which is like a little easel, couple flosses, DMC flosses, a couple of the mascara brushes, and some candies, maple candies. This was my my teal gift, which was this notebook. I got some pens to go with it, as well as my floss drops, which I don't have one up here. So yeah, that's what I gave out as my table mate gift. Okay, is everything else in here? Lori made these little, she also made us t-shirts for our table. Mine is in the laundry. But she also made these little candy filled popsicles. This one's for my son. I ate half of mine. Melita. Oh, Deborah gave us Tim Hortons gift cards, so that's gone. Got a needle threader from Melita, scissors from Melita, nail files from Melita, some DMC, and this DMC color. She finished Death by Cross Stitch at the retreat, and it was in this DMC. Oh, what's this? Another needle threader. Oh, okay. There's like a million needle threaders in here. Another pen. I would say pen was the name of the game. Yes, some candies. I don't know what kind of candies those are. But candies. Oh, and mints. Just handy considering we got that pattern for the mints. Or for the mint tin. That in there. Okay. And then Lori also brought some M&Ms. She brought these for my son to try. Cherry chocolate cupcake. Lemon meringue pie. My husband saw these and he's very intrigued. peanut butter cinnamon roll. So we'll see what he thinks of those. Valerie also gave me some sock yarn. Said it was for my birthday, so thank you, Val. So sweet. Oh, I did finish a pair of socks. They are in here. Okay, I'll show you these. So, detour. Before Stitch North, actually Thursday morning, I finished the toe on the one sock. But these are done. I don't particularly like them. I don't like the pattern. They're fine. There's mistakes. It's fine. But they're done. It's like a ribbing pattern. My next socks will just be a vanilla sock because I like that best. And when I put them on, I feel like you don't really see the pattern. But Val also mentioned that because they are self-striping, that would also be why you can't see the pattern very well, which is fair. But I am happy with how well everything's striped, because that's pretty close with everything. And yeah, so those are done. It was hard for me to finish them because, yeah, they're not big mistakes, but they're mistakes. So it's fine. It's still practice. Okay, I have a whole bunch of just garbage in here apparently. Get rid of that. Another needle minder I got. Nice chicken. It was like 3 for $30, so. This is from this little package that Lori was handing out, which includes a needle minder. Let's just open it up. Needle minder and some counting pins and a seam ripper. A very nice pink theme with that. Well, let's put these stickers in here too, and they won't get lost. Okay. Oh, and let's put this needle threader in here too. Okay. Won't show you that yet because that is, oh, don't peek. That was my Smalls exchange that I received. Oh, I bought these from Debbie. Buggy, whatever Debbie's shop is. Buggy D Designs. She had marketed these as like for scissors, but I'm going to use them for my knitting needles, these little beavers. Those. These are from Ashley from Monkey and Mouse. Some beads from the Boss Stitchers, yeah. Some nice lady was walking around handing out these little frogs and said, "Don't let the frog out." Oh, Melita also gave us this little frog. Zipper pull. I got this little daisy from someone. This is a gal named Shannon gave me this zipper pull keychain situation of a little bird. I was chatting with her in line on Friday. She was lovely, and I believe she watches my videos, so hi Shannon. Oh boy, I got needle minders stuck to needle minders here. Calm down. Okay, That is my own needle minder. These floss drops were from Terry Zimmerman, and they are of her grandfather and great aunt, I guess. I've got some floss drops from her in the past. And then Jason X Stitches made this needle minder from a recycled K-Cup. So thank you, Jason. I don't know how I'm going to remember to tag all these people. And this pigeon is from the Hathaway Stitchers. So it's great to see those ladies again as well. Okay, so let's put all these goodies back in here. Those are all, for the most part, going back downstairs. That could go in there, that could go in there. Okay, so this is going to be over an hour in this video. Okay, my smalls exchange is this. This is what I received. I believe it's from Cross Wings collection, and it was Sylvia that stitched this, and it is just so beautiful. I believe it's on 56 count. Yeah, look how teeny tiny it is. And then this went with it. Hummingbird. So that is just beautiful. The package was very light. Yeah. And then I talked to the gal who received mine, and she was very happy with it. So that's good. And also included were some counting pins. So I've never had the counting pins with the string before, so that'll be handy to have in my stash. So Sylvia, it's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so even after I'm done this, I still have to put all the stuff away. Oh. But once the Blue Jays game is done and my son comes back up from the basement, we're gonna go shopping. So okay, no particular order. I'm just gonna go through my haul now. I feel like my throat is very dry. Okay, first, because this is on top, is I got another scroll rod bag from Candace, and I get to make that. So she only had one of this length, and I got it. So perfect. Pandemic will have a place to live now. I got this today from, why is my brain? Sheba Design. Woo. I had to look at the tag. Got this from Sheba Design. It's a cute little portfolio. Laura from Laura's Craft Room. I don't know why I want to say Craft Corner. Craft Room got the bigger one. And that's what mine looks like inside. Has a pocket in here and a zipper here. So I know Val got a cute, hers is cats too, but her vinyl was printed. So got that little portfolio, which I thought would be handy for a travel project. Okay. Oh, more goodies in here that were just handed out. Like, how am I going to tag everyone? I don't know. So if I miss tagging in one, it's not because of I dislike you. It's because my brain has stopped working. This was given to us by the House Museum Stitcher. I think she had one for everyone. This is like a project card on the other side here. And another like bag charm. Okay, but this. I can't really show you this because it's the pattern. So I'll just... She was giving it free, but honestly, it's very well done design, and this card is very well made. It's hard cardstock. I was saying that I would have just printed on paper if it was me, but this is from Sarah Ann Stitches, and she has a floss tube, and she does some designing, and she made this Biscornu pattern, and that was also her smalls exchanges she made. So if you go check out her video, you can see what the completed Biscornu looks like. And yeah, she was giving these away. She also gave us a sticker too. Arlo, what are you doing? Don't get into trouble. Oh, what's this? I think there's bird stickers in here. There are. Oh, look at those guys. Hey, get down. Get down. We don't go on the bags. There's still a little bit of food in that bowl. You can eat that. There you go. Okay. So, back to home. I got this pattern. Bluebirds in the branches. And there's instructions to make this into this needle book. And I got the floss pack that goes along with it. Arlo? Off of there. Why open? Okay. Now we're just laying on bag. This is for Artsy's Housewife Sweetie. So I already had the pattern because it's part of their Patreon. This is the conversion for Sweetie. And so I got that. Arlo, stop. Get down. Lay down. I was told you were very well behaved. This doesn't look well behaved. Arlo? What did you... No. Down here. Ugh. Down you go. Yeah, I was told he was very well behaved and didn't cause any trouble. Lay down. No. Please. You're making this video longer than it needs to be. Just lay down. Do not bite it. Okay, so he's laying on my project bags. Just my dollar store ones, so now he's just looking at me. Okay, let's finish this off. I pre-ordered also, where did that go? The Retreat Chart, Canada J, and the floss pack. I do have this fabric, but I don't know if I would do it on that fabric. Yeah, I did take that fabric with me because I was possibly going to start that, but then I changed my mind. I did pre-order also a piece of French hen. I do like this color a lot. I did purchase it thinking I was maybe going to do pink wren, But I don't think I'm going to do that now. See, I've made some responsible decisions. Okay? Just keep that in mind when you're looking at all these charts here. Oh, something else I was given as a gift was this chart from Val, because she finished this at Stitch North. She did on a pretty blue color, and this is the one where she changed the text using Jungle Nights, and she recharted the cat to look like her calico cat and the dog to be a black dog, and I believe her dog's name was Molly. And so she finished that at Stitch North and then gave me the chart because hers turned out so well. She inspired me to hopefully stitch it one day. And on hers, like these little possums turned out so cute. Do not scratch things. No, no. Just because I said I didn't like the socks didn't mean that you need to wreck them. And then she also gave me the chart 12 Cats at Christmas. So it's very sweet of Val. Thank you. She spoiled me with her generosity. Okay. More charts. Arlo has distracted me. That's why we had to cut. Yes, so these charts are from Blueberry Ridge and Pansy Patch. Their models are just beautiful. So Blueberry Ridge, this is a bird and berry tart. This is oak and acorn tart. Post Mouse's Christmas Delivery. Fox and Flower Co. This was a new release at Nashville. And then from this is a collaboration between Pansy Patch and Blueberry Ridge, Quaker Farmhouse. And then Pansy Patch, I got a Simple Tranquility sampler and smalls. Like, look at those chickens. This was so beautiful stitched up. All of them were, but very stunning. And then I only got one chart from Tiny Modernist, the Tea Goddess. So I'm not much into stitching people or ladies, fancy ladies, but I've been thinking about the Tea Goddess. And I told Cheryl that I feel like the Tea Goddess looks very much like her. And then from Mary from Canadian Stitchery, I got Barnaby Blue Jay ornament. Carl the Capybara sweater. And then I got this 3D gingerbread house. And she let me know that she is working on like a haunted house. So yeah, got those. And then from Debbie from Bugabee Designs, or whatever her little shop is called. I got this. I showed you this and I didn't talk about it. But it is, she only had two, and Lori and I each got one. And it's just, yeah, a little bird bag made from upcycled quilts. And then I got these teeny tiny little sleds. Aren't those cute? And a bigger sled. And then some stitch markers. And this is some floss that was in the discounted bin. It's mainly from the Advents, so I got a couple of pink peppermint that I'm using on the Flosstube Friends, dark chocolate, and then this is gilded So I've used all 3 and I like them. So I thought, why not pick up more, because they are discontinued. I think that's it. Okay, 1 hour and 6 minutes. It's gonna be a little bit less because I'm gonna do a little cut. Yeah, but yeah, we had a great time at Stitch Norris, and there's gonna be an information session, I believe, on on May 21st about next year. So yeah, we'll learn all about that. Yeah. All right. Now he's found a toy out there. I am gonna head to the grocery store now. Have a great week, everyone. See you later. Bye.